Welcome to Retrocore, where we take a time out from the 2000s and head back to the 80s and 90s. Today we're going to be talking about some 90s celebrities that I met when I went to a 90s con. I just want to preface this video by saying that these are just regular people. Some of them could have been having a bad day, some of them could have been having a good day, some of them might have been sick of seeing people by the time I met them, some of them might have been really excited to still be seeing people. So keep that in mind, not too much hate, not too much love, just regular people. But still, it is kind of fun to hear a little bit of what they might be like. So let's get started. marcsummers. marcsummers was the very first celebrity that I met at a 90s con. I walked in, there were really long lines for everybody. I didn't know whose line I wanted to spend the most time in. When suddenly my husband comes over and he says, marcsummers is in the back and there's no line. What? When did marcsummers become a B-list 90s star? I don't think so. I went back there as fast as I could and he was there all alone, so unassuming, sitting at his table. As soon as he saw my sister and I walk up, he got a big smile on his face. He leaned in and he started talking to us. He was so genuine and friendly. We said, we wanted to be on Double Dare when we were little. He said, yeah, of course you did. Every kid did. So true, marcsummers. Every kid did. Well, he was super nice and we talked for a bit and he did a photo with us. And I saw on his desk there was like a big thing of hand sanitizer, which, of course, why wouldn't there be? I mean, he's meeting all of these people and touching them and shaking their hands. Ugh. But I learned later that he actually had crippling OCD during his height of his fame when he was on Double Dare. And don't forget, he also did Family Double Dare and What Would You Do? Love that one too. So he had all these snot-nosed little kids around him constantly, running over, picking green slime boogers out of huge nostrils and looking for a flag, everything flying up everywhere. He must have been like crawling out of his skin every day. So I really give him big props for coming to a 90s con, for going through all of that when he was in his height of his fame. I think marcsummers is really incredible to overcome that. But back to when I met him. When we were there, took the pictures, said, bye, thanks so much for coming to see me. I didn't realize at the time that you had to pay for a picture. I saw the sign as we were walking out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to pay for this. Of course we went back and paid him, but he never even asked for payment. It was never brought up. I think he was just genuinely so happy to have fans and to meet us and be with us that he probably didn't really want to say anything about it. So marcsummers, you're genuine, you're sweet, so nice, and I'm proud of you for getting through everything that you went through. 2 thumbs up for marcsummers. danikamckellar. danikamckellar, we all know and love as Winnie on The Wonder Years. Oh, such a good show. So, danikamckellar as Winnie was so cute. Then she grew up into a teenager and was so pretty. And now as an adult, she is beautiful. Of course, she was in full glam. So that's how I saw her. I don't know what she looks like underneath it all, but I'm sure she's really pretty still. So this was a Wonder Years photo with Oliviadabo. She was Karen in the Wonder Years, the sister, and Danica. So they were running a little bit late, so we were waiting. When we went in, it was like, hello, we're here. They were kind of talking amongst themselves, and they weren't really looking or paying any attention to us. And then the photo people said, Danica doesn't want to stand next to anyone, so you can stand next to Olivia, and she'll stand next to her. Okay. We paid all this money. I kind of wanted to be flanked by celebrities. And instead it ended up looking like from here over a family photo. So that was disappointing right off the bat. Secondly, my sister had made a t-shirt for Karen. I love Karen. It wasn't even recognized. We were barely acknowledged. So we take the first picture. Cheese. Danica says, take that one again. I don't like the way I put my arm on my hip in that one. Okay, whatever. Cheese. I guess she liked it that time. So we were escorted out of the photo op line. We looked at the photo and said, oh, Danica's got her eyes closed. When you get a celebrity who closes their eyes, you get to retake the picture. So I was excited. I was like, okay, this time maybe they'll be less into talking to each other and kind of acknowledge us more, especially since it's our second time in. So we went right back in probably a minute and a half after we took the first picture. They did not even recognize us. If they did, they didn't acknowledge that they recognized us. It was just a quick cheese and out. I got nothing out of this interaction with either one of them. They're both gorgeous. They seem to be getting along really well with each other. But for me, this really wasn't a win. Winnie, you let me down. Melissajoanhart. Melissajoanhart, I didn't know I was going to meet because I figured her line would be super long all day. All her photo ops were sold out. But at the end of the day, as we were leaving, I saw some people in her line at her table. She wasn't there, but I thought, they must know something if they're waiting. So we all got in line. A few minutes later, Melissajoanhart comes out from her photo ops. I figured, oh, this is great. She's probably going to just, say hi, and then I got to leave because everybody else was leaving. Oh, no. Melissajoanhart was there for her fans. She stayed and she started taking pictures with people, and I was thinking, okay, it will probably be like a rushed thing because it's closing down. She did not rush anybody. I mean, she took more time than most of the celebrities that I met that day. When we got up there, she even looked at all of our t-shirts. She was like, hey guys, what do you got on your t-shirts? And I felt bad because I had on my Wonder Years t-shirt from earlier and I didn't have a special one for her because I didn't expect to meet her. But she actually ended up squeezing 4 of us into one picture, so we didn't have to pay twice for 2 pictures, which was actually really nice of her also. And we also got to meet her co-star from Sabrina the Teenage Witch because, of course, she's Sabrina. She was on Clarissa Explains It All. She's such an iconic Nickelodeon 90s star. So Bethbroderick was also there, who played in Sabrina with her. And we got to meet her. We went to her table. She's very, elegant-ish and regal almost. Very quiet in her demeanor, but very nice. And she gave me a podcast card that she had so I could listen to her podcast. A little bit of self-promotion there, but hey, whatever. I mean, that's their prerogative. And I actually listened to the podcast because I really like her voice. It's very unique. So, back to Melissajoanhart. At this point, Melissa, you could do no wrong. I absolutely loved you. And I'll give you an interesting tidbit here. Going into this experience, I did not expect to like Melissajoanhart. And I'll tell you why. I was watching a 90s documentary and she mentioned in it that she did not like New Kids on the Block. Whew! I know. I did not know there was an 80s and 90s girl that actually disliked New Kids on the Block. I mean, maybe you just kind of liked them or heard a couple catchy songs. I'm a total blockhead, so I'm over the moon for them. But to know there was someone out there that actively disliked them, I just didn't know how to feel about that. What kind of person would she be? I mean, come on. She shattered all my biases. And Melissajoanhart, I have one thing to say to you. You're my favorite girl. Oh, you're my favorite girl. Gotcha, Melissajoanhart. Alicia Silverstone I met very briefly. And of course, we all know her from Clueless, the ultimate 90s teenage movie. Oh my gosh, my sister and I and my son were so excited to meet her. So we got a photo op with her, which you get less time at photo ops than you do if you go to the celebrities' tables. But a photo op, you're guaranteed you're going to meet him. You've got a time, you're there. So we're in line. I was first in line. We were 20 minutes early. So my sister was like, I'm going to go look around. Okay, whatever. We have plenty of time. Not 2 minutes later, this woman walks up to me with her clipboard and her walkie-talkie and says, we're starting the photos. What? Oh my gosh, but we're 20 minutes early and my sister's not here yet for the picture. She actually looks at me and says in that Hollywood affected tone, Alicia waits for no one. As if this lady was totally bugging. I could not believe she was telling me that we were going to miss our photo op that we paid for, that we were 20 minutes early for. OMG. So I pulled back from the line a little bit. I let everybody go in front of me. I was telling them, take your time. Freaking out because my sister was nowhere to be found. My husband was looking for my sister. My son ran looking for my sister. Came to the end of the line. It was just me left. I'm dragging my feet because I'm waiting every last little second I can to get there. This lady with the clipboard looks like she wants to kick my butt right out of the line. Just at the very last second that it could take, my sister comes sliding in for the picture. And we got in, and there was Alicia. She immediately saw my son and reached for him, said, oh my gosh, you're so cute. She has a son the same exact age, so she's definitely motherly through and through. She was wearing her mom jeans, her belt, tucked in shirt, and a 90s looking blazer. Very cute outfit. So our interaction was super brief, but when I heard her voice, oh my gosh, like she is Cher from Clueless. I mean, I know she's Cher, I know she's the character, but in my mind, that voice is so unique, so distinct. It was so cool to hear that in person. And she was very sweet, even though it was a quick interaction. We also got to meet Alisadonovan from Clueless. We went to her table and there wasn't anybody else there. And I must say, I didn't really get anything from her. She was very bland. I was even trying to open up and get her to talk by saying, oh, I like your Christmas movies too. And she just looked at me like, yeah, let's take the picture. Jeez, get the hell out of here. I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought she was thinking. But yeah, not too much with her. Definitely got a better vibe from Alicia on that one. So when we left the photo op, we said goodbye. She was definitely in a hurry. Hey, I don't know. Maybe she was hangry. Maybe she had to pee really bad. Whatever it was, Alicia was way ahead of schedule. And as long as I got my picture, I'm okay with that. Alicia Silverstone, you seem very sweet, very mom-like. And I'm so happy I get to hear your unique voice. Share. Mirasorvino. Mirasorvino, we know from Romy and Michele's high school reunion. Is there a better 90s feeling girl flick comedy out there? Probably some others on par, but this was my favorite. I mean, in high school, my friends and I would walk down the halls and quote lines to each other. You know, if one of us had on a really nice outfit that day, we'd be like, is that an Armani? I thought so. My Romeo and Michele people will get that one. Mira has also won an Oscar for, I believe it was Aphrodite. I didn't even see that one. Sorry, Mira. So, here we have our A-list actress that my sister and I are just obsessed with in Romeo and Michele. So my sister decides she wants to get a tattoo on her arm of Mira signing Heart Romy, just like in a yearbook, like she would have signed it in a yearbook. So we're like, I don't know if she'll be cool with this. So we asked her handler and he said, hey, let me ask her, maybe. She said yes. So exciting. She was so nervous to sign my sister's arm. She's like, are you sure you really want to do this? Yes. Oh my God. I'm so nervous. What if I mess up? You're going to have this on your arm for the rest of your life. So she practiced on a piece of paper first. Does that look okay? Yeah, that looks great. When she signed my sister's arm, she was shaking. Her hand was shaking. She's looking at her like, oh my God. I don't know if she was flattered or if she thought my sister was crazy. Probably a little bit of both. But she was so nice to do this for my sister. And then I brought this giant yellow Post-it. And all these unique thoughts running through my head. I'm thinking, I'm going to have her sign this as, I invented Post-its. Yeah, about 1,000 other people had her sign Post-its too, but she commented she had never seen a Post-it like mine before. The largeness of my Post-it was out of this world. She didn't say out of this world, but she said she'd never seen anything like it before. So I think I stood out a little among the crowd. Anyways, we take our pictures with her at the table. Cheese. She is just glowing. I mean, her skin literally glows. She's got this blonde hair and this aura around her of just this A-list Oscar winner. The vibe I did get off of her, though, was she's probably an introvert. She seemed like she was somebody that was a little bit shy, and she was probably kind of like overstimulated at the end of the day by all the noise and people that she's seeing, but she was pushing through, and her real personality shone past that. But that's definitely the vibe I got. So after that, we had a planned photo op with her. There was a tattooist at the convention that actually did the tattoo right after my sister got it signed. So for the photo op, she already had the tattoo done. As soon as we walked in, Mira said, oh my God, it's the tattoo girl. Come here, come here. She wanted to see it. She loved it. We took the picture with her. And of course, she looks totally gorgeous. I mean, she's in her 50s, I think. And I'm over here next to her, probably 15 years younger, looking like crap next to Mirasorvino. But hey, she looked amazing. Props, girl. After we took the picture, she asked my sister if it was okay if she could put her on her Instagram. So she put her on her Instagram, and in the background, she had the song, I Want Candy, do, 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 from Romeo and Michele. Oh, it was amazing. And if that wasn't enough for you, we kept going back to her table all day long. And I'll tell you why. She had no line. When we went the first time, she had a little line. The rest of the day, no line. We could literally just walk up. She was just sitting there at her table, kind of just looking like, Everybody was at the Heartthrobs tables. And this was this A-list Oscar winner here that was supposed to be one of the big draws for the convention. And nobody was paying any attention to her. I wanted to put up a big sign and be like, it's Romy! But alas, I guess that my sister and I might have been the only ones who could have overcome our heartthrobs to be with Romy at that time. So let me tell you, we walked up to her so many times, I was literally thinking like, are we stalkers at this point? This poor woman probably just wants to be left alone. But I was glad we persisted because she gave us a little information. She told us that a Romy and Michele 2 is in the works. Okay, so she said her and Lisa Kudrow are on board and everything just has to kind of come together now, but it's being talked about. So I think in the next couple years, we might have a reunion of Romy and Michele. Oh my gosh, how exciting is that? Got some inside information. Mirasorvino, you check all my boxes. A-list quality celebrity in person, check. Sweet, natural feeling, friendly person, check. Willing to put up with me and my sister hounding you with questions and fawning over you the whole day, check. Gorgeous inside and out, check. Mirasorvino, you're one of a kind. thank you so much for taking so much time with me and my sister. I doubt you'll ever see this, but I'm putting it out into the universe. Mirasorvino, watch me. Know how much I appreciate you. Way more than 2 thumbs up for Mirasorvino.